Yeah. Yo. Do you remember back then? We shook hands at the fights. Do you remember back then? When your pants wasn't tight. Do you remember back then? None of us had a pool. We jumped in that fire hydrant. Then we act a fucking fool. Do you remember back then? Drive by with the water guns. Hit him with that super soaker. Man, he tried to start a son. Straight from the Thomas life there. It was harder, son. Never so dope. So I guess I'm not my father's son. Remember back then? Pitch up tackle in the mud. Do you remember back then? When you was close to your blood. Do you remember back then? When we played every sport. I remember back then. Cool cans in the court. I remember back then when icebergs hit the spot. Had to have one or two cause it was so fucking hot. I remember street fighters, nigga Hadouken. Remember playing with spinning tops, nigga no Googie. Remember when it got dark, we had to be home. Do you remember back then? The super fair at the dome. Do you remember when we had a home phone? Remember when we couldn't go to church unless we had a suit on? Do you remember when you first ran from the po-pos? Do you remember when we did tricks with them yo-yos? Do you remember when you first jumped off the second floor? You ain't from where I'm from, so you don't know what I know. I remember my sister and her friends was jumping rope. I remember my cousin and his friends was selling dope. I remember the schools I attend, it was a joke. I remember syrup sandwiches, snacks, cause we was broke. Remember all the outdated books we can't grow. Lost the past to fuck over our ass. We can't know, all these niggas do is sit on their ass. It ain't so, they ain't gon' fix the system, cause to them bitches it ain't broke. Remember when they killed Emmett Till and got acquitted? All the evidence that jury had, he just a nigga.
They pushed me and the other brother by the kitchen door and told us to face the wall. I heard the pig say, he's barely alive, he'll barely make it. I assume they were talking about Cherry Fred. Then they started shooting the pig, they started shooting again. I heard the sister scream. They stopped shooting. Pig said, he's good and dead now.
Remember Fred Hampton at 21? Influenced a whole nation, shot dead by 20 guns. And they ain't give a fuck about his wife or his little one. That's just what it is when you're black in America. Influenced a whole nation, shot dead by 20 guns. And they ain't give a fuck about his wife or his little one. I had to let this bitch breathe, I had to let this bitch breathe, I had to let this bitch breathe,